experiences and enlightenment itself to a child, so that we will create a course on enlightened pregnancy, bringing enlightened kids to the planet Earth. I bless you all.
Moving to the next year, on this day on the presidential address, Nithyananda Satsang, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, shared his experience of the revival of Madurai Yadinam. Downloaded from the Akashic records, interpreted for our understanding. When Paramashiva left the planet Earth, the spiritual climate became degraded. This happens after the departure of an enlightened master. The corruption sets in and the crystalline purity of the founding vision is lost. At the time, just before the Adinam was revived, a group of Jain monks held the religious power. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism distinguished between the power which is something added to us from outside and energy which dwells within us innately. The Jains offered many practices for enlightenment, but they missed the ultimate technique for raising consciousness, the development of sacred sentiments, the feeling connection with the divinity. When Jnana Sambandhar accepted the invitation from the queen of those days to revive Madurai Yadinam, the Jains were abashed. They saw that their spirituality was incomplete and they could not offer a true road to enlightenment. So let us watch a brief of this from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Let us start our satsang. Today I'll describe the exact scene of a revival of Madurai Yadinam. There was a time, arrogant, intellectual, but not intelligent, cunning, but not compassionate, experimenting, but not experienced. Few monks from the perverted Jainic tradition, please understand, not the real Jain tradition. The real Jainism is a powerful spiritual tradition. In course of time, the perverted, diverted Jaina tradition, few so-called priests and monks have evolved who have started only using the wealth and the tradition to fulfill their own ends, who are not honest, authentic, or sincere, integrated. Whenever a living master leaves the body, the inevitable corruption, perversion, which happens in the tradition has happened to the Jainism also at that time. So few Jain monks, very influential but not impressive, powerful but not energetic. Understand? Power means the capacity which comes to you after something from outside is added. Energy means the capacity which comes to you without anything from outside. Powerful but not energetic. Having the status of a leader but not the state of the leadership. Those few fellows were ruling the country and misguiding the king. Poor king, unfortunately, because no other option, he was also obeying them, listening. And these few perverted priests and preachers slowly started grabbing the whole country. The very growth of the country started getting disturbed and destroyed, detracted by these few Jain monks. Queen of the king, wife of the king, Mangayar Karasya, a great lady, woman, stature of a sage, still worshipped in all Hindu temples of South India as one of the enlightened saints of Saiva tradition. I can imagine how she would have looked, how she would have been lived, how she would have been living, thinking. A saintly person, highly evolved, devotee of Shiva, Mahadeva, she started getting worried, started having a deep concern for the country and citizens. Please understand, those days rulers were very concerned about the conscious evolution of the citizens also, not just food, clothes, education and infrastructure of the country. No, consciousness of the country was also very important for them. What you believe is more important than what you eat or what you drive and where you live. What you believe as life is more important than the car you drive, the house you live, the salary you receive, the language you speak, or the food you eat, the dress you wear. What you believe as life is too precious to be lost with some fools. So Mangayar Karasyar was highly worried. She slowly started feeling suffocated to be in the palace and unable to do anything for the conscious growth of the citizens. She herself is a highly evolved saint. But as you know, wives are never heard nor respected, can never be accepted, especially by king. For a king to listen to a wife, queen, too much. So the king, his name is Goon Pandian because he had a bent back. In Tamil, the bent back is called goon. Of course, he was surrounded by goons. So, in a way, the name fits in English and Tamil both. His back was bent. He was not ready to listen to Mangayar Karasyar, the queen. She tried her best to convince Goon Pandian the complete conscious growth can happen only if emotion also evolves. Please understand, the key difference between the Jainism practiced at that time and the Shaivism is the sacred sentiments for emotional evolvement. Please understand, Jainism had literally everything Shaivism had, Vedic tradition had. They had yoga, they had tapas, they had meditation, they had everything for the growth of the body, yoga, for the growth of the mind, meditation, for the growth of the consciousness, enlightenment. All concepts were available even in those days in Jainism. But for the growth of consciousness, the sacred sentiments, the ability to feel connected, the ability to melt, the ability to merge with the divine, the ability to radiate humbleness. Unfortunately, that was missing. The ability to feeling connected. When that misses, even the meditation and the extraordinary powers and experiences you receive only makes you more egoistic. It only makes you more egocentric, more arrogant, more abusive. But Mangayar Karasyar, the great queen of the Pandya kingdom, is unable to handle this whole situation. She was completely disturbed, perturbed, shaken, shivering. She slowly asked the king, "O Lord, you are suffering with hunchback, this bent back for such a long time. Can I invite a young healer from Tanjore district, from Chola kingdom, who is well known for his healing powers?" The king's eyes have slowly opened wide. He said, "Is it so?" He was thinking, contemplating. But the moment Mangayar Karasyar said, "He is from Shaiva tradition." No, I don't want to meet anybody from Shaiva tradition. Leave it. King said no. Mangayar Karasyar could not say anything. She just left it. But again, after a few days, she asked the king, "O Lord, why don't you at least ask these Jain monks who are constantly putting all different ideas into your head, who are bending your brain also, to straighten your back?" King said, "All right, I'll ask them." He called those few monks. They came and they tried as usual. Some chanting this, that, nothing worked. And they only were giving empty words. No, life is impermanent. Your body itself is impermanent. Why do you want to straighten it? Whether it is straight or bent, anyhow it is going to be burnt. Understand? If all these words are uttered to raise the king towards enlightenment, it is perfectly all right. Nothing wrong. But if all these words are uttered to cover up their inability, then something is wrong. The other day, I was giving a discourse and saying, all this materialization, giving boons, healing, and all is not enlightenment, not spirituality. Come on. If you are able to do and does not want to do, great. Prove at least once. But don't use all this philosophy to cover up your inability. These monks also, these preachers, they were trying to do the same thing. They tried to use the philosophy to cover up their inability. Don't use philosophy to cover up your inability. Use philosophy to create more and more ability. Philosophy should be used to expand your abilities, not to cover up your inabilities. These monks were trying to cover up their inabilities. Queen Mangayar Karasi intervened the scene and told the king, no, enough, we had enough of words. Now, even if the body is impermanent, we want somebody who will straighten it till it dies. Even if it is going to be just next 10 days, we want somebody who will do the job, not that who will sit and talk. It's like your car has become repair. You take it to the shed and you tell him to repair it. That fellow sits and gives you a discourse on how the world is impermanent. Why do you need a car? Why do you first of all need to walk? Why do you come out of your house? Why don't you sit inside your house itself? We have not come to the car shed for listening to a discourse. We have come to the car shed to get our car repaired. Our great intelligence, the Mangayar Karsyar, intervened and told those preachers, no, we don't want any more empty words. We don't want to listen to any more the empty discourses. No, we want result. Finally, the queen was able to convince the Gunpandian, the king, to invite Thiruñana Sambandar, the great saint, the young healer from Chola kingdom. Finally, the Gunpandian thought, all right, anyhow, why not give a try? She talks so much about him. Gunpandian also knows all the husbands, even though they don't listen to their wives, they know their wives are more intelligent than them. Inside their heart, they know. We may not listen to her because of our ego and ideas, but she is intelligent. They know. So finally he thought, all right, why not give a try? Finally, Mangayar Karsyar just took the nod of Gunpandian, sends a grand invitation with a palanquin, all the traditional paraphernalia to invite Thiruñana Sambandar, the great saint. The invitation reaches Thiruñana Sambandar. He was exactly in the same situation when I was offered to accept this Madurai Adinam throne. When 292nd Guru Mahasannidhanam himself came to Karnataka Desa and invited me, please come and become the Madurai Adinam. One side I was in ecstasy, surprised. The other side, oh God, all these fellows, how to handle? There are so many preachers, perverted preachers, who are sitting on empty books, who will come to fight with me. How to handle? But finally, Jnana Sambandar decides to accept. The moment Jnana Sambandar accepted the invitation in the other country, these priests have started shivering, literally shattered. They are preparing for the protests. The meeting is going on in their mutts. All of them have gathered, passed a resolution. Jnana Sambandar has a big hair. How can he be a saint? A monk should have a shaved head. All these great loose discussions were going on. And even the people who were around Tirunjana Sambandar, a great saint, Tirunavukkarasar, he was staying with Tirunjana Sambandar at that time. Even he said, "Oh Lord, why don't you reconsider your decision to go to Madurai? Now the time is not proper. King is also not in tune with the teachings and philosophy you are giving. Please, why don't you consider?" Even he was discouraging. It's like a opposition from externally and some opposition even from the friends and the well-wishers. But Tirunjana Sambandar, he knows what he is doing and he knows what he has to do. He knows what he is doing. He knows what he has to do. He knows his avataric mission. He says, "I am coming." And he remembers Shiva and all the 9 planets, Navagrahas, sings the beautiful verses on them, asking for their divine protection and Shiva's grace. It's called Kolaru Padigam. These verses are beautiful verses to remove all the negativities, negative effects by planets. We can listen to at least one verse from the Kolaru Padigam. Veyuru Tholivangan Vidamunda Gandan Meganalla Veenai Dadavi. The meaning, beautiful meaning, let me translate for you guys. He says, Shiva, who has Devi as part of himself, who has swallowed collective negativity, the alagala poison. He has swallowed even the whole collective negativity, alagala poison. That great being, Shiva, Mahadeva, who has destroyed all negativities, when he is sitting in my heart, in my being, how can this 9 planets small negativity can hurt me? They will do only good to all the devotees of Shiva. He declares the power of feeling connection, the devotion. Understand? Feeling connection is the ultimate technique. You don't need any other solution, method to get out of any problem. Problems of planets, disease, negativity, black magic, anything. Jnana Sambandar knows that one feeling connection is enough. He says beautifully, Veyuru Tholivangan Vidamunda Gandan Miganalla Veenai Dadavi Masaru Dingal Gangai Mudimel Aninden Ulame Bugunda Adanal Nyayiru Dingal Sevai Vyaran Velli Sanibambi Randumudane Asaru Nalla Nalla Avai Nalla Nalla Adiyar Avarku Migave. Veyuru Tholivangan Vidamunda Gandan describes the beauty of Shiva, beauty of the shoulder of Shiva. See, now he is inviting Shiva to protect him, protect Jnana Sambandar. So he is describing the beauty of the shoulders of Shiva. Veyuru Tholivangan, the shoulder like bamboo, and which is hosting Devi. He is singing the masculine grandeur and feminine grace. The masculine shoulder, which is hosting the feminine consciousness, who has swallowed even the collective negativity, the alagala poison. And he is sitting in my being. In Ulame Pugunda Adanal. He is sitting in my heart. When he is sitting in my heart, all the grahas will only do good to me, will only do good to all the devotees. He sings 10 verses and decides to go to Madurai, accepting the invitation. In Madurai, He was received in a grand way by the Queen Mangayarkarasi. Now starts all the fight. The Jain preachers who are not able to handle the whole situation were shocked, shivering, shattered, blabbering. They don't even know what they are saying. Just blabbering.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named
Moving to the next year, the year of 2013, and on this day, presidential address, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, described the process of evolution from human to divine. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that even if we begin our spiritual journey, spiritual practice in an ordinary way, with ordinary goals, step by step, we sink more deeply into our devotion and raise ourselves to the next level until we achieve enlightenment. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further shared that through the simple repetitions of the four principles of life, integrity, authenticity, responsibility, and enriching others, we intensify our understanding and ultimately fall in love with the Dharma. Once we transform inwardly, this tattvas becomes truth or the Satya within us. Later that day, the delegates of the inner awakening received the darshan of Lord Mahakala Bhairava, and through the Akashic reading, they received answers, solutions, and boons to all their questions and personal problems on the topics such as previous lifetime, Pitradosha, their health, and relationship. Moving to the next year, the year of 2014, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Nithyananda Paramashivam conducted the Varanasi Inner Awakening, day 12. During that day presidential address, the Nithyananda Satsang, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, expanded on the living Advaita. He revealed that any field such as physics, mathematics, chemistry, religion, dance, music is complete when it reaches Advaita. The core truth of Advaita has the ability to complete everything. Non-duality is the strategy for solving all problems. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism further shared that whenever we apply Advaita, we will have an eternal solution to any situations in the life. Later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, along with the hundreds of his disciples, visited the holiest cremation ground of the Manikarnika Ghat. Moving to the next year, 2015, on this Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave an introduction into the Kathopanishad, the book of death, amidst the Shivoham inner awakening program, the day 7 at Varanasi. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism expounded into the deeper context of the subject matter, expanding on the science of living. From the Akashic records, he revealed the definitions of Yama Dharma, the rishi of the Kathopanishad. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism explained that in nature, we are living consciousness. By nature, we are living consciousness. The Yama, the flow of life, belongs to consciousness, and Dharma, the law of life, belongs to matter. Confusion and overlap of the law of Dharma, of the matter, with the flow of Yama, consciousness, causes knot of consciousness, or the Chit Jata Granthi, the root of all human sufferings. Dharma, the law of life, that functions as the matter, is needed only for day-to-day life. Our consciousness needs to be always be cognized with the flow of life, Yama, and not with the Dharma, the law. Because then we freeze our life with the tiredness and boredom, and we do not understand our conscious component. Let us catch the more glimpse of this day through this Nithyananda Times magazine.
Wow.
Convince Penny, future of the National Advisory Council.
Now you have your award.
Moving to the next year, the year of 2016, on this day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, conducted the day 10 of the Living Suddhadvaitam Convention in the Ujjain Adinam as part of the most auspicious and the holiest event of the Kumbh Mela. Additionally, that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism conducted a session of initiation through the mandala and gave an energy darshan for the lakhs of delegates who came to participate on the convention and receive his blessings and initiation. Later that day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was invited to a Bhandara conducted by another Sampradaya, and later that day, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism received the visits of many Hindu VIP personalities from the political and social spheres of India and abroad. So you will catch more glimpses of this day through the short video Nithyananda Times magazine. So moving to the next year, the year of 2017, sorry for the technical glitch. So on this day, the Sadashivatva participants were given warm welcome at the Nithyanandeshwara Paramashivam Devalayam. Sadashivatva participant got a first-hand experience of manifesting Shaktis in this amazing demo where blindfolded Nityananda yogis were walking around, passing next to and putting malas on the participant without using their two eyes. Additionally, a Kundalini Rajya Yoga, rope yoga and Malakhamba yoga demonstration was conducted by the Nityananda yogis in the Balasans. The participants received the once in a lifetime experience. The curtain opened and the Paramavatara Paramashiva, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam, blessed all the participants. Moving to the next year, the year of 2018, on this day, Presidential Address Nithyananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam expounded on the cosmic principles of Akashic readings. In this webinar, Akashic reading by Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism reveals answer directly from the Akashic records to questions regarding feminine energy, motherhood, bisexuality, Devi worship, chastity, feminine consciousness, and more. Additionally, later that day, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism initiated the delegates into the Shiva Diksha. According to the agamic tradition of Shiva Siddhanta Sampradaya of Sanatana Hindu Dharma, Shiva Diksha establishes the spiritual connection between the Guru and disciples and make the disciple authorized to do Guru Puja and Shiva Puja. Moving to the year 2020, on this day, Presidential Address Nithyananda Satsang, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam expounded on the cosmic principles of what fuels you and what is the best fuel for your life. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed a direct message from Paramashiva to purify the souls of one's energy, prana, the life force, as the goal of human body, as this will raise us to manifest the state space powers of Paramashiva. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism revealed that the highest life positive fuel is Tyaga, the source of prana in Kailasa. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism also formally inaugurated the global Akhanda Nirvikalpa Samadhi, the Jnana Yajna and Patni Vratam to give superconscious breakthrough to the whole universe and to heal the world from the coronavirus and its direct and indirect effects. Moving to the next year, the year of 2021, on this day, the ambassadors and the delegates of the Kailasa nation received the Shakti Pada and Shakti Pada with the live dance. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, conducted Devi Akashic reading in the Tamil for the whole of the humanity. So with this, we come to the end of today's Bhava Samadhi segment of Parashakti Akashic reading. Now let us get ready to receive the darshan of Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. So now we will be moving to the live satsang. We request all the participants to sit straight. We'll be entering into the meditation. We request all the participants to sit straight and be ready to receive the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism.
Paramashiva's message directly from Kailasa Maha Kailasa. Listen. Ability to face yourself in the parallel universe. Possibility to experience yourself in the parallel universe. Capacity to experience yourself in the parallel universe. Power to face yourself in the parallel universe is the same power which you are using to keep yourself deluded or awakened. I am repeating. Your ability, your power to keep you deluded and keep you awakened. Either to keep you deluded or to keep you awakened or to play between these two. All are your freedom and does not require anything added to you. How you face yourself in this universe, deluded as a suffering being, bound with body, mind, multiple pains, sufferings. This is done out of your pure choice. You may think the law of the physics is reason for your suffering. Be very clear. You decided to frame the law of the physics and play within that law. I am not disrespecting your suffering. Let me repeat. I am just denying its existence. Listen. Your ability to see yourself as Paramashiva, your ability to see yourself as ordinary, lowest being, as you imagine, both are your freedom. Your decision to be in delusion or liberation, both are your decision. Your decision to see yourself as Paramashiva invokes Maha Tripura Sundari in you. Your decision to be out of delusion, to face yourself as Paramashiva, invokes, invites
Maha Tripura Sundari Paramashiva Shakti in you. I am going to repeat now because just this one powerful cognition can liberate you, can completely liberate you, free you. Understand? Because and delude yourself in this universe you can see yourself at this moment as Paramashiva in the parallel universe. Your decision to see yourself as Paramashiva in the parallel universe is invoking, inviting, welcoming Maha Tripura Sundari in you. When I do it for you, it is called initiation. When you do it on your own, it is tapas, spiritual practice. But the foundation, fundamental truth is one and the same. In Samadhi, I saw a powerful command being delivered into my system to read out Ramayana from Akashic records with all the 108 Upanishads, because the Rama beautifully explains how he manifests in parallel universe, how he exists in parallel universe. So from today, with the grace of Ganapati, Paramashiva, Paramashiva Shakti, Bhagavan Sri Ramachandramurti himself, and all the gods and goddesses of Kailasa, I begin reading out Ramayana from Akashic records. Rama 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 Rama. One of the foremost truths I need to reveal to all of you, because Rama knows clearly he is Parandama, his existence in parallel universe, and he assumed Dasaratha Rama, the son of Dasaratha, role He played it so perfectly, so beautifully, with such amazing, unimaginable, uncomparable perfection. Unimaginable, uncomparable perfection. I'll repeat the truths directly from Mahakailasa as it is. Because you exist as Paramashiva and as you feel yourself now, your identity, you started seeing your identity now. This itself proves you exist as that too. Sometimes you see for some kalpas, a few million years, you enjoy yourself as Paramashiva, and suddenly you decide, okay, let me just go for a vacation. And you decide to enjoy yourself for a few million years as human being. When you feel tortured, tired, bored of existing as a human being, again you feel you need to get back to your parallel universe existence, Paramashiva, and you ask for some help. Paramashiva comes as a guru and reminds you, and you just enter into your parallel universe being. You may ask, why do I do this game of being Paramashiva and being human being? That has no answer. You have to ask that yourself. Why I play these two games, I know the answer. Why you play both the games, you should know the answer. I cannot give the answer for you. Why I did not get married, I know. Why you got married, you should know. How do I know? You exaggerate on your delusion. You exaggerate on your ignorance. You exaggerate on your stupidity. You exaggerate on your impossibility. You exaggerate on your victimhood. You exaggerate on the life negative aspect of you. Listen. Listen. The space of Akshara, immortal, the parallel universe, your existence in the parallel universe, in the space of Akshara, gives you the confidence, courage boldness inside you that you don't die. You are going to exist forever. Understand? You are going to exist forever. That feeling is not false or delusion or wrong confidence. That feeling comes from the source of the right powerfulness. If you have deep down the feeling, even when you see so many deaths, deep down inside you, you feel you are not going to die. It is not false confidence. Please understand, you are not wrong when you feel that. Even if you feel it's a false confidence, it will not leave you because it is not false confidence. It is the Ananda Gandha, the smell of the pure Satya bliss. Smell of pure Satya bliss. Maha Tripura Sundaris. Joy. Listen, you feeling you won't die, you are going to be here for eternity is the body odor of Paramashiva. Listen, I am translating in a very grass English language, but I want all of you to know how many of you, even after seeing so many people, friends, family, so many people dying, deep down, you feel, no, I am not going to die. I am going to be here. I am going to exist forever. Only from that cognition you always operate, plan, strategize. How many of you feel that? Raise your hand. I tell you all, you are actually enjoying the Ananda Gandha, body odor of Paramashiva. It is delicious. Enjoy it. Don't hate it. Anyone who understands his confidence of immortality, avimuktatva, indestructibility, akshayatva, only is allowed inside the Varanasi. Listen, that is why it is called Avimukta Kshetra. The smell in Varanasi is the body odor of Paramashiva. That is why that Varanasi is called Anandagandha Kshetra. In Varanasi, nothing else will smell. You can go and check. I am not lying. Neither flowers will have smell, nor the dead bodies getting burnt will have any bad smell. Nothing will have a smell. Because that Kshetra smells the body odor of Paramashiva. Ananda Gandha. No flower will have a smell in Varanasi. You can go and check, verify. Not just hundreds, sometimes even thousands of dead bodies getting burnt, in Manikarnika Ghat. Go to Manikarnika Ghat, not a single second you will smell dead bodies being burnt. If you are having deep down, you are not going to die. Be very clear. That is the root of Paramashiva. That's a body odor, Ananda Gandha of Paramashiva. It's a beautiful, delicious, sweet, blissful, existential gift from Paramashiva. Yogini Nityapriya is messaging, wow, I really experienced this, Swamiji. Bodies did not smell and flowers did not have any smell when I went to Varanasi recently. It's a truth, I am telling you. Nothing else will have smell in Varanasi other than the body odor, Ananda Gandha of Paramashiva. That is a kshetra established in Ananda Gandha of Paramashiva. It's called Avimukta Kshetra. Listen. Knowing you are avimukta, even when you have doubts, hatred, denial, which comes and goes, deep down again, your fundamental foundational strategies and cognitions to work exist, gushes out of the confidence you are going to exist eternally. That confidence is because you exist in parallel universe. Understand? You exist as Paramashiva in parallel universe and you as here. The first question you will get, then how can I realize? Logically, rationally, cognizing you exist as Paramashiva in parallel universe is enough. You don't need a separate methodology or technique to face yourself in the parallel universe. Manana, logically, rationally, with all the available awareness you have, collecting it and cognizing about your existence in the parallel universe. You will wake up to the truth. Actually, it's not that you who want to face your parallel universe existence, Paramashiva. It is Paramashiva who want to face you, who is his parallel universe existence, back to him. Because he decided to face you, you are even having the seeking to face him. Invitation is simultaneous, synergetic, spontaneous. Invitation to face Paramashiva is synergetic, spontaneous, and simultaneous. All qualities of Akshara, Amritattva, immortality, life positivity is your existence in your parallel universe as Paramashiva. It leaked from there. It leaked from there. Allowing the Ananda Gandha, body odor of Paramashiva, filling your body, mind, muscle memory, biomemory, bioenergy, makes this body you are carrying healthy. This muscle memory you are carrying joyful. Biomemory you are carrying is fully excited and energetic. Bioenergy you are carrying as wow. I tell you, in right place, if you have your wealth, you will attract more investors who will put their wealth also with you to take care. In wrong place, if you have your wealth, you will attract thieves who will try to come and snatch it and take it away and go and make you poor. Wealth is not wrong. How and where you keep is going to decide whether you are going to attract more wealth or lose what you already have. Same way, understand this example. Same way, this Ananda Gandha you have from Paramashiva, your parallel universe existence, if you keep it safe, you will attract more and more qualities. You will manifest more and more powers of Paramashiva. It's your decision. Understand? Ability has no role because all of you are capable. You blame ability just to avoid taking the decision out of your will. See, when you don't have the will to do something, you self-hypnotize yourself that you don't have the capacity. No such thing as no capacity exists in the universe. Diagnose your problem rightly. It is not having will, not that not having capacity. If you diagnose it wrongly as not having capacity, you are never going to get out of the problem. And that is the way you seal your problems and live forever in your sufferings and suffocations. All those who trust me, who connect with me, who claim themselves as my disciples, be very clear. I am under the oath of the cosmic court. I have to tell you the truth as it is. I can't lie outright. I can't reduce the depth of the truth. I have to tell you the truth as it is, even if it hurts you. The truth is, you only need will, decision. You are already capable of facing yourself in the parallel universe. Nothing other than the decision is required. Nothing other than decision is required. I am repeating this for years now, in various ways, in various methodology, in various powerful cognitions. Listen. Now I'm going to put it in a very straight, simple way. Your decision to manifest as Paramashiva face yourself as Paramashiva is Mahatripura Sundari. Your decision to face yourself as an ordinary human being, as you are facing in your life now, is your spouse. Listen. How much ever you suffered, you believed you are an ordinary human being, one glimpse of Mahatripura Sundari will make you feel you are Paramashiva. How many hours you may be in great Nirvikalpa Samadhi and being in the state of Paramashiva, one glimpse of your spouse is enough to make you feel you are an ordinary human being who need to now do all, all the things he or she wants it immediately now. Listen. End of the day, capability is not the problem, decision is the problem. Decision is the problem. Capability is not the problem. Decision is the problem. One of the most beautiful decision you will make is to make the Ananda Gandha as your ecosystem. You feeling you are avimukta and making that same kind of people as your friends, family, teamily. I tell you, if you form a teamily and build a temple in your place, you will manifest Paramashiva inside you. Don't think I am trying to slowly convince you to build temples in all your cities. I am convincing you to manifest Paramashiva in your heart, because when you start creating that same kind of people around you, everything you face outside as a problem is actually the problem inside. So if you complete the temple and do the Kumbhabhishekam, by that time, your will, persistence to face Paramashiva, facing yourself in the parallel universe, will be complete, and you will just have floodgates open. You will manifest Paramashiva. That's the reason I always insist. Wherever we have devotees, families, I tell them, hey, gather together, decide you are avimukta, immortal, never given upon. Avimukta means never given upon. Immortal. And collect the same kind of people who smell the body odor, Ananda Gandha of Paramashiva, who also feels they are immortal. Avimukta. That kind of people will continuously remind you to have that highest will to face yourself in the parallel universe. If you all gather and build one Venkateshwara temple, by the time you complete the temple, all of you involved in the team will become rich like anything. If you all gather and decide to build a Shiva temple, by the time you complete the Shiva temple, all of you will start radiating enlightenment. If you decide to build Devi temple, by the time you complete, all of you will start manifesting powers. If you all gather together in every city, decide to build Kailasa, you will have everything, because Kailasa has all gods, from Ganapati, Vishnu, Subramanya, Shakti, Paramashiva, Grahas, everyone. Understand? Maha Tripura Sundari is your decision to be out of delusion. The ultimate possibility is invoked in you. Maha Tripura Sundari is the ultimate possibility. She is invoked in you the moment you decide you will face yourself in the parallel universe as Paramashiva. She is invoked in you. Maha Tripura Sundari is the possibility to be out of delusion. You can face and live yourself in this ordinary human way, or you can face yourself as Paramashiva. If you decide to face yourself as Paramashiva, you invite, welcome, invoke Maha Tripura Sundari in your life. Food is not needed for you to be alive because you are convinced food is needed, food is needed. Sleep is not needed for you to be alive, but because you are convinced sleep is needed for you to be alive, you need it. Whatever you are already convinced is needed for you to be alive, you need all of that for you to be alive. Breaking those convictions and dismantling the delusionary, binding convictions and assembling yourself with a liberating, powerful cognition is what is facing yourself in the parallel universe. If you do it on your own, it is tapas. If I do it for you, it is initiation. I can do it for you. I don't need anything from you. Just sit with me. That's enough. I'm a very powerful bioengineer. I can engineer your whole bioenergy. I'm a very powerful bioenergy engineer. Last few days, you would have seen in how many places that power of Paramashiva's Atmalinga. See, every time an Atmalinga stands in your palm erect fully, the bioenergy of Paramashiva is working inside you. Even when you are in your office, playfully do it. If you are bored of your work, tired of looking at the screen, just take few minutes off and put the Atmalinga. Remember to sit with me in the initiation space. It will just stand up. When it stands up, you will see your whole tiredness, boredom, everything disappears. Frustration, everything disappears. The bioenergy of Paramashiva from Maha Kailasa is directly showering on you. The Maha Tripura Sundari is manifesting in you. When the Atmalinga is standing erect in your hand, anything you ask, directly Paramashiva responds, represents. I already saw multiple people having experience of even Atmalinga levitating. The Atmalinga is not even touching on their palm. It is just levitating few millimeter above the hand. It's standing in the air. It means your Dvadashanta is open above the Anandagandha. See, Anandagandha is from this space where all the 7 chakras merge. Above the Anandagandha is Dvadashanta, beyond your Sahasrara. Anandagandha is like a Kailasa. Dvadashanta is like Mahakailasa. If the Atmalinga is levitating in your hand, above your hand, without even touching the hand, that Dvadashanta, Mahakailasa energy is manifesting. It's too simple. Too simple. Simple decision. Absolutely simple decision. Decision to face yourself in the parallel universe. Constructing the powerful cognitions with the will to face yourself in the parallel universe is Mahatripura Sundari. That is inviting Mahatripura Sundari. This is the first dimension of Mahatripura Sundari. I am going to give few more initiations on Mahatripura Sundari. Today I wanted to give the introduction on manifesting Mahatripura Sundari. With this introduction, I'll give you a few minutes to get ready for initiation. Once you are ready, I'll enter into initiation. Initiation is the time I do the work for you. You just sit with me, that's enough. I'll do it for you. To get initiated into Maha Tripura Sundari. I'll bow down to Maha Ganapati with his permission. I'll invite Maha Tripura Sundari, Paramashiva Shakti, to manifest in all of us. Om, 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 Om. Now I'll start the initiation. Just keep the Atmalinga in your hand, palms, and sit. You don't need to close your eyes. Just have the darshan of this Meru. Sit comfortably. Have darshan of this Meru. Mahatripura Sundari is invoked in you through Panjadashi, 15 syllable, Shodasi, 16 syllable, powerful conscious visualization. All the three put together. Parabrahma Swarupini Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini Paramashakti. All the three put together is Mahatripura Sundari. Now, through Panjadasi, Shodasi, and conscious visualization, using all the three, I'll request Mahatripura Sundari, Paramashiva Shakti, to manifest in all of us. Paramashiva Shakti, Mahatripura Sundari, manifest in all of us and make all of us face ourselves in the parallel universe Paramashiva. Paramashiva Shakti, Paramashiva Shakti, Paramashiva Shakti. As a living manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva, I bless you all. Let Paramashiva Shakti, Mahatripura Sundari, Rajarajeshwari, Parapattariga, Paramashiva Shakti manifest in all of us. Om Shri Mahaganapataye Namaha Om. Parabrahma, Parandama, Rudra Paramarudra, Ishana Parameshana, Sadashiva, Paramashiva, Mahakameshwari Sameda Mahakameshwara, Paramashiva Shakti Sameda Paramashiva, Mahatripura Sundari, Parapattariga Rajarajeshwari. Om, Om, Om. Jnanaskanda, Om, 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 Om. Om. Ka, E, E, La, Krim, Ha, Sa, Ka, Ha, La, Krim, Sa, Ka, La, Krim. These vibrations are the vibration of the cosmic DNA. You will experience this now through your Atmalinga inside your very DNA, bioenergy, biomemory, and muscle memory. Om, Om, Om.
शिवशक्त्या युक्तो यदि भवति शक्तप्रभवितुं
क्रीं
देवं
ह
देवो न खलु
स
कुशलः स्पन्दितुमपि
ह ल क्रीं स ख ल क्रीं Om, 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 Om.
भजति भासितो धूलनविधिम् अविद्यानामन्तस्तिमिरमिहिरद्वीपनगरी शरण्ये लोकानि भवहि शरणावेव निपुणौ हरिस्त्वामाराध्य प्रणत जन सौभाग्य जननीं पुरानारी भूत्वा
ओम
पुररिपुमपि क्षोभमय
महात्रिपुरा सुंदरी परमेश्वरी ओम 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 ओम
धनुपौष्पं मौर्वी मधुकरमयी पञ्चविशिखा वसन्त सामन्तो मलय मरुता योधनरथ तत्रापेक सर्वं हिमगिरिसुते कामपि कृपाम् अपागातलगा जगदितमनङ्गो विजयते कर्णकाञ्चीधामा करिकलभकुम्भस्तननथा परीक्षीण मध्ये परिणत शरच्चन्द्रवदना धनुर्बाणान् पाशं शृणिमपि ददाना करतलै पुरस्तादियास्तां न पुरमथितुराहो पुरुषिका सुधा सिन्धोर्मध्ये सुरविडविवाटी परिवृते मणिद्वीपे नीपोपवनवती चिन्तामणिगृहे शिवाकारे मञ्चे
ओम
शिवाकारे मञ्चे
ओम
परमशिवपर्यङ्कनिलयां
ओम
भजन्ति त्वं धन्या कतिचन चिदानन्दलहरीं महीमूलाधारे गमपि मणिपूरे हुताहं स्थितं स्वाधिष्ठाने हृदि मरुदमाकाशोपरि मनापि भ्रुमध्ये कलमपि वेत्कुलपदं सहस्रारे परमे सगरहसि पद्याविहरसे सुधाधारा सारैश्वरणयुगलान्तर्विगलितैः प्रपञ्चं सिञ्चन्ति पुनरपि रसायमहसः भुजगनिभममद्युष्टवलयं स्वमात्मानं कृत्वा स्वपिशिकुलकुण्डे कुहरिणी चतुर्भिः श्रीकण्ठैः शिवयुवतिभिः पञ्चभिरपि प्रभिन्नाभिः शम्भोर्नवभिरपि मूलप्रकृतिभिः चतुश्चत्वारिंशत्वसुदलकलाश्रत्रिवलय त्रिरेकाभिः सार्धं तव चरणकोणा परिणताः तदीयं सौन्दर्यं तु हि न गिरिकन्ये तुलयितुं कवीन्द्रा कल्पन्ते कथमपि विरिञ्च प्रभृतय यदा लोकौत्सुक्यादवरललनायान्ति मनसा तपोभिर्दुष्प्रापामपि गिरिशसायोज्य पदवीं नरं वर्षीयां संनयनविरसं नर्मसुजडं तवापाङ्गलोके पतितमनुधावन्ति शतश गलत्रेणीबन्धा कुचकलशमेश्वस्तशिक्षया हठात्कृत्यचाञ्चो विगणितदुकूला युवतय श्रितौ षट्पञ्चाशद्विसमधिकपञ्चाशदुदके हुताशे द्वाषष्टिश्चतुरधिकपञ्चाशदनिले द्विविद्धिं षट्त्रिंशन्मनसि च चतुष्षष्टिरिति ये अयोखास्तेषामप्युपरि तव पादाम्बुजयुगम् शरज्योत्स्ना शुद्धां शशियुतजटाजूटमकुटाम् परत्रा मन्त्राणस्फटिकघटिका पुस्तककराम् सकृन्नत्वा नत्वा कथमिव सतां सन्निदधते मधुक्षीरद्राक्षा मधुरि मधुरीणा फणितय
ओम ओम महात्रिपुरा सुंदरी Aparapattariga, Paramashiva Shakti, manifest in all of us. Om, 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 Om.
सतां रञ्जनममी सवित्रीभिर्वाचां सशिमनिशिलाभङ्गरुचिभिः वशिन्याद्यपि स्वां सर्वजननि सञ्चिन्तयति सकर्तां भवति भङ्गिरुचिभिः वचोभिर्वाक्यैः वदनकमलमोदमधुरैः छायाभिः तरुणधरणि शरणि एवं सर्वाभूमि मरुणिमणिमातां स्मरति भवन्त्यस्य तस्य रत्ननगरशालीननयनो सहोर्वश्यवश्याकटिगतिर्वाणगणिता मुखं बिन्दुं कृत्वा कुचयुगमतस्तस्य ददधो हरार्ध्यायेध्यो हरमनिषिते मन्मथकलां ससर्य संक्षोभयति वनिता नित्यति लगो लोके मध्याशु भ्रमयति रविदुस्तनयुगां किरन्ति वर्गेभ्यः किरणिकुरुम्बामृतरसं हृदि त्वामाधरते हिमकरशिलामुखिनिलया ससर्पाणां दर्पं शमयति शुकुदाधिपयिव ज्वरप्लोष्टान् दृष्ट्या सुखयति सुधाधारसिरया तटिल्लेखा तन्वीं तपनशशिवैश्वानरमयीं तपनशशिवैश्वानरमयीं विषण्णां षण्णामप्युपरि कमलानां तव कलां विषण्णां षण्णामप्युपरि कमलानां तव कलां कमलानां तव कलां कमलानां तव कलां महापद्माडव्यां हृदितमलमायेन मनसा महान्तं पश्यन्तो दधति
विदातनूनां प्रदनाजिधगुं सहमानमुग्रमग्निगुं हुवेम परमात् सदस्ताद् स नः परिषदति दुर्गानि विश्वाक्षामद्देवो अधिदुरितात्यग्निः प्रत्नोषिखमीड्यो अध्वरेषु सनाश्च होदानव्यः ससत्सि स्वाञ्जाग्नेरनुवं बिभ्रयस्वास्मभ्यं च सौभगमायजस्व गोभिर्जुष्टमयुजो निषिक्तं तवेन्द्रविष्णोरनुसञ्चरेम नागस्य पृष्ठमभि संवसानो वैष्णवीं लोकैहमादयन्ताम् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात् ॐ कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारि धीमहि
Om.
तन्नो दुर्गे
Om.
प्रचोदयात्
Om. Om. Om.
नित्यानन्दम्
Om. 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 Let Paramashiva manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva Shakti, Maha Tripura Sundari, manifest in all of us. Let Maha Tripura Sundari manifest in all of us and manifest the Kailasa ecosystem within us and around us. Paramashiva Shakti, Maha Tripura Sundari, Om Paramashiva Shakti, Maha Tripura Sundari, manifest in all of us. Destroy the delusion. Manifest Paramashiva in all of us. Om, 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 Om. Parabrahma Swarupini Mahasaraswati, Parandama Swarupini Mahalakshmi, Paramashiva Swarupini Paramashiva Shakti. All the three put together. Maha Tripura Sundari, Paramashiva Shakti, Parapattariga, manifest in all of us. Om, Om. Let Maha Kailasa manifest in all of us. Let Maha Kailasa manifest inside and outside us. Om, Om, Om. Mahatripura Sundari Parapattariga. Om, Om, Om.
दलिकस्थलशोभिता मुखचन्द्र कलङ्काभ मृगनाभि विशेषका वदनस्मर माङ्गल्य गृहतोरण चिल्लिका वक्त्रलक्ष्मी परिवाह चलन्मीनाभलोचना नवचम्पक पुष्पाभ नासादण्डविराजिता ताराकान्ति तिरस्कारी नासाभरण भासुरा कदम्ब मञ्जरी क्लिप्त कर्णपूर मनोहरा ताटङ्क युगलीभूत तपनोडुपमण्डला पद्मराग शिलादर्श परिभावी कपोलभू नवविद्रुम बिम्बश्री न्यकारी रदनच्छदा शुद्धविद्या कुराकार विजपङ्क्ति वयोज्ज्वला कर्पूर पीठिकामोद समाकर्षि सल्लाप माधुर्य
Om.
निर्भस्तिक कच्छपि मन्दस्मित प्रभापूर मज्जत्कावेश मानसा अनाकलित सादृश्य चिबुक श्री विराजिता कामेशबद्ध मांगल्य सूत्र शोभित कंधरा कनकांगद केयूर कमनीय भुजान्विता कर्णग्रैवेय चिन्ताक लोलमुक्ता फलान्विता कामेश्वर प्रेमरत्न मणि प्रतिपणस्तनी नाभ्यालवाल रोमाली लता फलकुचद्वयी
Om.
रक्षरोम लताधारता समुन्नेय मध्यमा स्तनभार दलन्मध्य पट्टबन्ध बलित्रया अरुणारुण कौसुम्भ
Om.
वस्त्रभास्वत् कटितटी रत्नकिङ्किणीकारम्य रसनादामभूषिता कामेश ज्ञातसौभाग्य मार्दवोरुद्वयान्विता माणिक्यमुकुटाकार जानुद्वय विराजिता इन्द्रगोप परीक्षिप्त स्मरतु नाभ जन्घिका भूतगुल्फा कूर्मभृष्ट जयिष्णु प्रपदान्विता नखदीधिति संजन्न नमज्जनतमो गुणा पदद्वय प्रभाजाल पराकृत सरोरुहा सिञ्चान मणिमञ्जीर मण्डित श्रीपदाम्बुजा मराली मन्दगमना महालावण्यसेवधी सर्वारुणानवद्याङ्गी सर्वाभरणभूषिता शिवकामेश्वर पङ्कस्था शिवा स्वाधीनवल्लभा सुमेरुमध्य शृङ्गस्था श्रीमन्नगर नायिका चिन्तामणि गृहान्तस्था पञ्चब्रह्मासनस्थिता महापद्माटवी संस्था कदम्ब वनवासिनी सुधा त्रिशङ्क वधतोषिता विशुक्र प्राणहरण वाराही वीर्यनन्दिता कामेश्वर मुखालोक कल्पित श्रीगणेश्वरा महागणेश निर्विघ्न विघ्नयन्त्र प्रकर्षिता भण्डासुरेन्द्र निर्मुक्त शस्त्र प्रत्यस्त्रवर्षिणी कराङ्गुलीन खोत्पन्न नारायण दशाकृतिः महापाशुपतास्त्राग्नि निर्दग्धासुरसैनिका कामेश्वरास्त्र निर्दग्ध सभण्डासुरशून्यका ब्रह्मोपेन्द्र महेन्द्रादि देव संस्तुत वैभवा हरनेत्राग्नि संदग्ध कामसञ्जीवनौषधि
as a living manifestation, Paramavatara of Paramashiva and Paramashiva Shakti, Maha Tripura Sundari. I bless you all. Let Maha Tripura Sundari, Paramashiva Shakti and Paramashiva manifest in all of us. Oh, let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing, living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness, and Kailas of Paramashiv. Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nithyanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshya Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. Science of our manifestation is authentic, time-tested, scientific, and foolproof. The pramanas, evidences. Shastra pramana, scriptural evidences. The authentic scriptures, Shrutis, Vedagama stand as a foundation for Hinduism. Apta pramana, authentic, time-tested, foolproof compilation of the experience of the sages, rishis, and enlightened masters, which is in terms with the Shastra pramana. Atma pramana, with Apta pramana, a guru is able to experience and live the truth claimed by the Shastras. Shakshi pramana, manifestation and experience of the guru's initiation in the disciple of a particular lineage which is demonstrable to the world. And pratyaksha pramana, having the truth validated by the scientific study. Bhagavan Paramashiva has beautifully given us the pramanas to understand the deeper science of how we can be a superconscious mutation, not just the logical mind of length, breadth, depth. Let's move to the Shastra Pramana. The Shastra Pramana for the power of depth dimension is from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.16. Suddha Tattva Shandanatva Apushaktihi. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully says, by fixing the self and aiming at the pure essence, cognizing from the depth of one's being that all that exists is Paramashiva, the pure essence, Suddha Tattva, and attaining and uniting with the pure essence and existing shell reality, Paramashiva, he experienced Paramashiva and manifests Paramashiva's infinite powers. Bhagavan beautifully said in the satsang how we establish in the Nityatva, that is, we are eternal. Even if we see death after death, even the closest one that who dies, we don't still feel that we are going to die the next. We feel we are eternal. Even if you ask a very old man, he's saying he is going to live eternal. That is because we are Nityatva, the eternal space that we cherish. That is the very nature of us because we believe that. Bhagavan says, even the food and the sleep is just a toxin. It is not something that we cannot live without. Kutakesha, we have Arjuna, Lakshmana, and so many millions who have demonstrated not sleeping for years and nothing has happened to their body. And we have seen all the yogis live in caves for years, not sleeping, not eating, nothing happens to them. Then why is that we are believing that food and all that we think sleep is so important to our life? Because we establish in the Nirantara. We think that these are the requirement in our life. Bhagavan says there is no skill that is required. All that is a perceptional reality. Beautifully, he gives an understanding of how Pusala Nayanar, he was one of the greatest Nayanar. He was a very simple person who works in the temple and comes back with the Agama books. That's all he has. He doesn't have money to construct a temple, but he was so much in love with Paramashiva. He wanted to create a temple. So what he does? All he does is sit every day after he comes, very ritualistic, every single day, open the Agama book and start constructing in his Hridaya and create Hridayeshwar. And continuously he did that and he wanted to inaugurate that temple. So he prayed to Paramashiva to come and inaugurate. To the greatest surprise, this very same day, the king had also asked Paramashiva to come and inaugurate his temple, consecrate the temple. And to the great surprise, Paramashiva came to the king's dream and said that that temple he built in a physical reality is not so big as the temple which Pusala Nayanar created. So he is busy with that temple. And king was wondering, what is that could be bigger temple in my place, who I don't even know where it is. And I built it so much. And beautifully, they go and see Paramashiva pulls it out from his inner space, which is what he was cognizing for so long, into reality and places it on the physical reality. Even now, the hometown in South India, they go and pray to him, Hridayeshwar, for any heart disease to be rectified. It is the greatest science how your inner space constantly, when you fire and wire something in your brain, you make it a circuit. When you make it a circuit, it has to become reality. Whatever you want has to become reality. Bhagavan says so beautiful difference between free will and predetermined. As long as you're not listening space for something, you are creating only chaos and confusion, and that does not happen. So it is predetermined because you're always living in your past to create the same cycle. But Bhagavan says free will starts happening when you're ready to establish your Paramashiva space. You're ready to reclaim that place, who you are as Paramashiva. Again and again, restoring back, I am Paramashiva, I am consciousness. And restoring that, the brain start again and again firing and wiring and establishing you into the new space, new reality, which is infinite possibilities that you can manifest. How in the sleep you can only manifest certain things, only when you wake up you know that you are sleeping and you can manifest only certain other thing. Same way, if you wake up to Paramashiva, you'll understand you have 14 dimensions to experience and you can manifest what you want as reality. Whatever you are cherishing inside, the listening space that you have, the decisions that you have made in your life, which has already happened in your brain, which is what is projected in the outer world. Nothing from outer world is projected inside your brain. You only react to for what is happening in the outer world and create more confusion in your brain, which is projected as more confusion. Bhagavan clearly explained there is no skill set in the outer world. It is only the space of listening. The decisions that you make in your life creates your reality. And beautifully here he says, if you constantly fix Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real, you are in the space of Suddha Tattva, Suddha, the pure, Tattva, the very unit of consciousness. And you become that very unit where you become the creator of all the beautiful space of infinite possibility. Bhagavan Paramashiva beautifully explains, giving us the Apta Pramana, how Adi Shankaracharya, he was a small child. Obviously, his mother was so attached, especially lost her husband. She was so attached to Adi Shankaracharya. She didn't want to let go like any other mom. And Adi Shankaracharya played a small game of bringing a crocodile, acting it out as though the crocodile is trying to eat him. And he cries to his mother, saying that, please, at least now you give me the sannyas, abhat sannyas. And he takes the abhat sannyas. And the mother says, okay, at least let this last wish happen. And let it happen. And she thought the crocodile is going to eat, but the crocodile leaves him and he says, okay, now you've given sannyas, that I've taken abhat sannyas, I am leaving this place. And the higher, greater science, if we understand, all that we need to understand is Paramashiva is happening in each one of us to create a greater reality. And nothing can be possessed. That's what Bhagavan says. Even if you take the whole, all your jewels and lock it up in the cupboard, somebody will come and take it off. But even if you take all your jewels, even put it outside in the road, there somebody will come and say, this is yours, madam, and keep it inside. That is because what you are destined, nobody can take it away from you. And what you're not, even if you grab from others, it will never stay with you. If we understand the science, the law of cosmos, we'll understand that everything is happening as per prarabdha, as per the consciousness. Consciousness is creating all the greater science to manifest itself and enjoy itself. If we understand, we are not just the body, we are consciousness. And we have come to the body to celebrate the existence of Paramashiva who's playing all the Leela. If we start experiencing that deeper science and rest in the restful awareness, we will have such a blissful life like all this great Mahatma on planet Earth. Here you can see how the devotee has moved the object just by the power of will. Clearly she is demonstrating it is just by the sankalpa something happens in our life, not making any steps towards it is going to make it happen. It is only the sankalpa which makes something as reality. Sorry for the technical glitch. Yes, they're placing a pen, and you can see the pen simply move to a new position. They've taken a picture and shared the video for us. Now what we are going to do is we are going to have a silicon like this. You can take any silicon, but should be flat and completely switched off. And you can place a pen or a chalk or small thing or even a deity. You can keep it on the cell phone, or you can keep it on a Krishnashila. Also, if you have the granite slab, you can apply the Jnananjan on your third eye, on your temples, and on the Krishnashila and Paramashivashila, and you can keep the object deity on that also. Simply you are connected to the space of oneness, unified field. You experience the Janaloka, that you are not just the matter, but you are unified field. You are energy, intelligence. You are vibrating frequency. And constantly you understand you are a higher dimension, and you are Paramashiva. Paramashiva is a principle. Kalyana Guna, Akshaya Guna. You are the highest possible happening on planet Earth, and you are the chosen one, because you're sitting here and manifesting the powers. Out of 84 million species and 8 billion people, you got to understand this greater science. You are the chosen one to manifest all this greater science. You are Brahmanya Bahputratam. Bhagavan says, you are my favorite inheritance of the cosmos. Again and again aligning Paramashiva is real, where we exist. Simply we make ourselves understand we can travel in the vertical time zone, experience the different lokas, different dimension, manifest all the auspiciousness even in the outer world, and be experiencing in the inner world as consciousness. Instead of struggling with what we are going through, we can have a blissful space. Like if you have a magnet and you put a wood and then put iron filling, it cannot attract. But if you take the wood out, the iron fillings can be attracted to the magnet. Same way, your third eye is like so powerful. You have each cell, your cell is 1.4 volts. You have at least 50 trillion cells, 50 to 70 trillion cells. That is 70 trillion volts of energy you have when you are in the full space of consciousness. So you can simply attract what you want as reality, even as science is proving it. Now all you need to do is sit straight with your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Constantly we live out of our lower three chakras, fear, greed and worry. Again and again when you remember your third eye, you are in the higher states of consciousness. Again and again your brain wires and fires and again makes a new connection that your consciousness, then it will stop bothering you with the lower three chakras, and if you detox, you will understand this greater science. As long as you are living with the mind, Bhagavan says, mind is reflected on your brain. If you go beyond the mind, then consciousness is reflected in your brain. Your brain awakens to new dimension, new reality, manifesting the highest chemicals, where it projects all the auspiciousness, abundance, bliss, and all the great things. All we are going to do is now absolutely not let the thoughts interfere in us. Unclutch from every thought, holding the space. Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real, and chanting the Mahavakya. As you chant the Mahavakya, your frequency is raised to a new level and you start experiencing the higher dimension through deep listening. Where you have listening in your life, that becomes reality. Constantly have listening to your inner space. Bhagavan, how he explained the Anandagandha, Dvadashanta, how you can connect to the higher dimensions and experience the greater space, who you are, who you came here for. When somebody asked Bhagavan who he is, he said, I don't know anything other than Arunagiri Yogeshwara as myself. When Ramana Maharshi, somebody asked, where is Ramana? He showed a pot and said, that is Ramana, a barrel where Ramana is written. He never thought he's Ramana. He thought he's only Arunachala. Once you establish yourself, you are Paramashiva, you will also experience the higher reality, higher dimension. So let's start chanting, holding a depth of the cognition as Paramashiva, intensely listening and vibrating with the Mahavakya. continuously creating that auspicious space, all that initiation will become reality now. Let's start chanting the Mahavakya intensely with a deep gratitude and compassion and listening space.
As eternally 16, youthful. Commit with Paramashiva. Only He exists. Anything else is delusion. Now, sit straight. We'll enter into the process. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Vanni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the powers in all our third eyes. Nithyananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eye. Om Jnananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Jnananda Paramashivoham.
Slowly, very slowly, open your eyes, and whatever you have experienced, the object moving, or you are seeing the change in the object, or you're seeing the vibration, whatever you are experiencing, the Kundalini energy, your powerful cognition, the shift that you have got, all that go ahead and share. Tiny URL in tinyurl.com/manifestation or your social media. Mainly, we ask you to share because the most important part is you contributing to others, you becoming the whole. The more and more we create space for others by contributing in their life, raising them into more and more consciousness. Paramashiva is real, consciousness is real. We create that space for ourselves in our inner space. So, very important part is every day causing others, and the simplest thing is taking 5 minutes to share your powerful cognitions, the shift that you have experienced as your reality, and especially with the pictures of what has manifested. Extreme manifestation is extreme causing. Whatever you have manifested, when you share, it becomes very powerful. How Paramashiva is making you into your the cognition map into your physical reality. Only your brain has wired so much, it turns into the physical reality. So go on sharing and getting your brain grounded to Paramashiva is real. Consciousness is real. I am Paramashiva. And go on having the hashtag Paramashivoham Shakshi Pramana, hashtag Pa Manifestation, hashtag Kailasha, hashtag Nithyananda, and tag it to your friends and family. All these great signs that Bhagavan is giving us every single day. Now let's surrender all this powerful cognition, power manifestation at Bhagavan's lotus feet in deep gratitude, thanking Bhagavan for showering with all the gifts from Kailasha every single day for each and every one. And thanking all of you in the social media, manifesting the powers of Paramashiva and simple integrity, simple obedience to the Guru. Guru Vak as our life, doing the little tapas every single day makes us manifest more and more deeper powers. And with that, let's come to the end of the session, holding the powerful cognition. Paramashiva is real in my thought, word, and action, seeing everything, everyone as Paramashiva as my reality. Hold that powerful space and let's sit straight with the head, neck, and spine in a straight line and bring Paramashiva to your third eye and chant the Purna mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamudashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat Sarvam Bhagavate Sri Nithyananda Paramashivam Paduka Arpanamastu. Om Nithyanandam. Thank you so much. And the next session will be after the next darshan or satsang.